Hi, I'm Donna with Xopax, and today I want to show you how to measure your items to make sure that you're getting the film width that you need. We have a simple formula that we use, and that formula is span plus end depth plus overlap equals the film width you require. Now let me walk you through what all those things mean. Using this box, I want to have the folded ends be here and here. So the span is going to be the distance between those two folded ends. So let me measure here. So my span is 5 inches. My end depth is 1 1/4. And I like to do about a 1/2 inch overlap. So the formula for this box is 5 inches plus 1 1/4 plus a 1/2 inch, and 6.75 inch wide roll is what I would use in this case. Let's move on. We'll do a couple other quick examples. Let's do this bar of soap. So for the bar of soap, I want these ends to be the folded ends. So the span is the distance between those two ends. So in this case, 4 inches is my span, and 1 1/4 inches is my end depth again. So my formula for this item is 4 plus 1 1/4 inches plus a 1/2 inch equals 5.75 inches for this bar of soap. Now, I do want to mention that there's a different way that you can approach this too. So the traditional way is to have these short ends be the folded ends, right? But if you wanted to have your folded ends be on these long sides for some reason, we're going to do it differently. So traditionally, the formula for this box would be the span plus this end depth. So we could use for this box 4 1/2 plus 1 1/2 plus a 1/2 inch, and that would get us to 6 1/4 inches. And that would be if we're wrapping this traditionally. If for some reason I wanted to have my folded ends be on these long ends, then this measurement now becomes my span, not this one. So let's measure in case we want to try it that way. So in that case, my span is 2 1/2 inches with an end depth of 1 1/2 inch. So 2 1/2 plus 1 1/2 plus the 1/2 inch, and I could wrap this box with a 4 1/2 inch wide roll. Again, we have our formula. If we're folding on these ends, then this is my span. So I want to talk to you about the range of sizes you can use. So let's figure out the formula on this box. For this box, we have 5 3/4 with an end depth of 2 3/4. And if we were to add that 1/2 inch, the formula for this box would be 5 3/4 plus 2 3/4 plus the 1/2 inch. We'd be looking at a 9 inch roll. But I wanted to mention that I'm showing you what to do with a 1/2 inch overlap, but the overlap can be as deep as the box itself. So you can go as high as span plus end depth, and you can repeat the end depth as the amount of overlap if you want. So we could do 5 3/4 plus 2 3/4 plus an overlap of 2 3/4. And if we were to do that, we would come up with 11 1/4. So this box could use a film between 9 inches and 11 1/4 inches, depending on how much overlap we want to have. That gives us some flexibility if we're wrapping multiple boxes. Maybe we can use the same film for 2 boxes. As you see, there's different ways of looking at this. There's different places we can fold this. You really do have a lot of control over how you wrap your items. But I hope this has been helpful just to kind of figure out the basic formulas. Thanks so much.